understand. But they make a mistake with that. You know, like I said to you, if I say, let's go shoot the bull, and if somebody interprets that, let's get a gun and go out and find a big black animal and blow its head off, that makes it a lot easier for you to understand, but they've missed it entirely because it simply means let's sit down and talk. And that's what they've done. When it says if your eye be single, your body will fill with light, it means if you practice meditation above the thoughts of the mind, you'll fill with wisdom and understanding. Well, they change it and say if you don't look at a girl with a bikini, you know, you'll be filled with all kinds of niceness and you'll be a goody-goody thing, but that's not what it means. It's talking about meditation. But let's take a look at what happens here. In Matthew 22:15 on page 23. First of all, Matthew 22:14. Something I wanted to show you that I didn't cover last week, and it's a very famous line. Many are called, but few are chosen. Okay? Many are called, but few are chosen. Is that loud enough in the baby room? Okay, because I can show chosen. Who are God's chosen people? Jews, certainly. Us. And people is because the tribe of Judah, of which the word Jew comes from, was situated at the east side. See, there was the north, the east, the south, and the west. They put the tribe of Judah on the east. Why? Because it was the tribe of Judah that encamped on the right side. When you look north, Judah's on the right. Therefore, God's chosen people are those who dwell on the right side. Those who encamp on the right side are God's chosen people. And many are called to encamp on the right side, but very few are chosen. Very few choose to dwell on the right side. See? Because most people just can't conceive of how they can. Let me tell you what the problem is of dwelling on the left side. When you dwell on the left side, you dwell with the carnal mind. And the carnal mind is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. That means that there's two aspects of your carnal mind. One aspect says, oh, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to be good. That's always, and that's there. There's no stop. But there's another aspect of the carnal mind that says, get lost. I ain't going down there. It's a lot of nonsense. The heck with this. I'm going to go boogaloo. You know, I want to do this stuff. I'll do myself. I don't listen to any of this stuff. Your mind that is telling you contrary to that which you think is the right thing to do. There's always that second opinion that manifests itself in your lower mind and says, nuts to this. Don't bother with that. Don't bother with this. And you can't get away from it. That's the carnal mind. Because where there is a positive attitude in your carnal mind, there's also a negative attitude. That is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. That's why Adam and Eve were not supposed to eat of the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. Because no matter what you do, and no matter how nice it may be, when you start out in a positive way to help something or do something, before you get going very far, there'll be a negative thought coming into it. And it'll start to try to persuade you to stop it, you know. I want to go down to Don's house because Don is out of work and he doesn't have any food for his children. So I go to the ShopRite and I buy his some peanut butter and bread and maybe some granola bars. And I take it over to Don's house, see? Because that's the positive part of my mind is saying, Don is destitute. I will bring him some peanut butter. But as I am driving over to his house, the other part of my mind says, if the bum would get off his rear end and go look for a job, he would need me to buy him peanut butter.